We always expect any news related to Hunter x Hunter, and each piece of news is a premise that makes the hearts of true fans beat faster, whether for the return of the manga or the anime, and that never changes. When it comes to Hunter x Hunter, it feels like we are always being tested as true hunters. So, I'll throw a piece of news into the fanbase that might be good amid so many that leave us sad, but this is about to change, and I'll tell you every detail of it. Are you excited? Of course you are, right? So, hold on to that excitement, and let's get you subscribed to the channel. Also, leave a like, turn on the bell, and share the video with that friend of yours who's also a fan of this magnificent work. The last episode of the Hunter x Hunter anime aired on September 23, 2014, concluding the series with a total of 148 episodes. This episode adapted Chapter 339 of the manga, concluding the arc of the election of the new president of the Hunter Association. Since then, the anime hasn't received any new seasons, mainly due to the frequent hiatuses of the manga caused by the health problems of the author, Yoshihiro Togashi. Despite this, the manga continues to progress slowly, leaving fans hopeful for a possible continuation of the anime in the future. And it really seems like, after more than 10 years since the last episode, the Hunter x Hunter anime might receive a continuation. Yes, you heard that right. The anime, produced by Madhouse, ended in 2014 without a conclusion, only wrapping up the Chimera Ant arc and the election arc, which aimed to present more about the elite of the association and the Zodiacs, including Gon's father, Jing Freaks. The Zodiacs are an elite group formed by the 12 most skilled and influential members of the Hunter Association. They were directly chosen by the previous president of the association, Isaac Netero, and their members are tasked with assisting in making important decisions and overseeing major events related to the Hunter community. Each member of the group is based on one of the 12 Chinese zodiac signs and adopts a code name and characteristics that reflect these animals. However, even after the Chimera Ant arc ended, the Succession War arc includes 71 chapters, released over the years, with 10 new chapters being launched before it went on an indefinite hiatus in 2024. Since then, Togashi has promised to return with 50 new chapters to likely finish the current arc, which is the Kaken Succession War arc. If we consider that there are 71 chapters of the Succession War arc so far, it's possible that Madhouse will work on a short anime season while waiting for Togashi to release the next chapters of the manga. If that happens, the arc tells the story of the Kingdom of Kaken, where the princes fight a battle to the death to ascend to the throne. The arc revolves around Kurapika, hired to protect the youngest prince, Wobble. During the arc, he also plans to recover the remaining Scarlet Eyes during this mission. The manga itself has again gone on an indefinite hiatus, but fans have reasons to stay optimistic since the mangaka Yoshihiro Togashi is still working hard on the new chapters. Togashi, who faces chronic back health issues, often pauses publication to take care of his physical well-being. Even so, he continues to update fans on his progress through social media. In a recent post, Togashi revealed that he is revising the dialogues and adjusting the timeline of 50 future chapters. Although the release date for Chapter 411 has yet to be announced, Togashi gives clear signs that he is determined to deliver more content to the readers. Hunter x Hunter began publication in 1998, telling the story of a young boy who aspires to become a hunter, like his missing father. In the saga's mythology, hunters are licensed humans who have access to places and treasures that are unreachable for normal people. 2 anime adaptations of Hunter x Hunter were produced. The first from 1999 to 2001, and the second from 2011 to 2014. This most recent version is available for streaming on Crunchyroll and Netflix. Mangaka Yoshihiro Togashi excited fans by sharing updates about his health and work on Hunter x Hunter, saying, and I quote, "I completed 2 storyboards. I also had surgery. It was a procedure under local anesthesia, which allowed me to hear the explanations and comments during the process. It was an important learning experience, and I'm grateful for it. Taking that into account, and the material available so far, there is indeed the possibility of making more chapters of the anime, considering arcs like the York Shin arc, which marks one of the darkest and most intriguing parts of the story. Published between 1999 and 2001 in the manga, it covers Kurapika's relentless search for revenge against the Phantom Troop, the assassins responsible for the massacre of his clan. This arc dives into themes of loss, hatred, and sacrifice, while introducing the fascinating and dangerous members of the troop. It was adapted into the 2011 anime over 22 episodes, from episodes 37 to 58. Every moment of the arc reveals Kurapika's evolution as a ruthless strategist, and shows just how formidable and enigmatic the antagonists can be. Moving forward a few years in the manga's publication, the Chimera Ant arc brought a completely different tone. Starting in 2003 and extending until 2011, it delved into deep issues of morality, humanity, and evolution. Here, the Chimera Ants emerge as an existential threat, challenging the limits of power and the concept of justice in the hunter world. This arc is marked by epic battles and emotional moments, culminating in the fight against Maruam, the king of the ants, which became one of the most memorable narratives in the series. In the 2011 anime, it was adapted into 61 episodes, from episode 76 to episode 136, solidifying itself as the longest arc of the series. This narrative not only explored brute strength, but also presented complex moral dilemmas that pushed many characters, like Gon and Killua, to their physical and emotional limits. Between the end of the York Shin arc and the beginning of the Chimera Ant arc, there was a gap of about 2 years in the manga's publication. This pause reflects the drastic changes in tone and theme, shifting from a story of revenge and intrigue to a narrative centered on survival, sacrifice, and evolution. However, in the 2011 anime, this transition was well adjusted, offering viewers a cohesive continuity while maintaining the increasing intensity of the stories. Shortly after the Chimera Ant arc, the manga embarked on the election arc, which addressed the election of the new president of the Hunter Association after Netero's death during the battle against Maruam. This arc, published from 2011 to 2012 in the manga, highlighted the political dynamics within the association, exposing internal conflicts and the different motivations of the most influential members, the Zodiacs. In the 2011 anime, it was adapted into 12 episodes, from episode 137 to episode 148, concluding the series. The election arc explored themes such as manipulation, ambition, and leadership, highlighting characters like Paris Dunhill and Jing Freaks. The complexity of the election process was accompanied by thrilling moments, including Gon's recovery, who was on the brink of death after the events of the previous arc. Although shorter than the other 2 arcs, the election served as a significant closure to this phase of the story, setting the stage for future adventures. These 3 arcs reflect the evolution of Hunter x Hunter over time, both in themes and narrative. From the calculated tension of York Shin to the emotional intensity of the Chimera Ants and the political intrigue of the election, each one contributes to the richness and complexity of the universe created by Yoshihiro Togashi. The transition between these arcs, although marked by pauses in the manga, was executed harmoniously in the anime, keeping fans immersed in the depth of the story and the continuous development of the characters. The succession arc in Hunter x Hunter promises to be one of the densest and most intriguing adaptations of the series, should it be turned into an anime. This arc, which is currently ongoing in the manga, delves deep into political intrigues, strategic battles, and character development in an environment of increasing tension. The story primarily takes place on the Black Whale ship, where the succession war for the Kaken Kingdom throne takes place. The princes, each with their own ambitions and personalities, enter a deadly contest, using nun guardians and elaborate strategies to survive and eliminate their competitors. If adapted into the anime, the succession arc would likely bring a darker and more complex atmosphere, focusing on intense dialogues and moments of suspense. The narrative stands out for its more mature approach, exploring themes such as power, betrayal, and survival in a claustrophobic setting. Additionally, the arc also expands the Hunter x Hunter universe, introducing new concepts and deepening the mythology surrounding the Dark Continent, a mysterious and dangerous territory that serves as the backdrop for the plot. Fans can expect an adaptation that balances action moments with psychological tension building, something the Madhouse studio, responsible for the 2011 anime, has already proven capable of doing masterfully. The complexity of characters, such as Kurapika, who plays a central role in the arc, would be explored in detail, showing his struggle to protect Prince Wobble while facing moral dilemmas and physical challenges. Furthermore, the presence of figures like Hisoka and the fandom troupe would add an unpredictable element to the story, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. Although there has been no official confirmation of an anime adaptation, the succession arc has the potential to be one of the most remarkable in the series, offering a rich and engaging experience for Hunter x Hunter fans. including Hisoka's return after his defeat by the troop, and much more. This hope in the hearts of the fans never truly dies, and every good bit of news is a great celebration. I truly hope this masterpiece gets everything it deserves, and that fans are rewarded with such happiness, even possibly leading to an arc more focused on Gon's return, maybe even before the succession arc, perhaps on his way to the Dark Continent.